Well, I want to thank the Prime Minister for coming to our Queensland Disaster Management Committee meeting today, and also for those allowances which will assist those North Queenslanders, Far North Queenslanders who've been affected by this disaster. Now the cleanup and the disaster assessments begin. And I want to assure Far North Queenslanders that just as we have stood shoulder to shoulder with them and provided all that they needed during the disaster, we will be there with them during this cleanup, the disaster assessments, and then moving into the recovery phase. I think it's a very important signal that all three levels of government are working closely together through our disaster management arrangements to support Far North Queenslanders. We have continued, since I last addressed the media, to see brave acts of bravery from frontline workers and local heroes, local volunteers. Far North Queenslanders are incredibly resilient. I know that they're tired and some of them are wet, but we continue to see them doing what they do, supporting their neighbours and getting on with the job of cleaning up from this disaster. Safety during the cleanup has to come first, and so we are asking anyone who's cleaning up mud or damage from floodwaters, please make sure you wear enclosed shoes. Today is not the day to wear thongs. We need enclosed shoes for everyone who could be in contact with contaminated floodwaters or mud. Some areas have seen over 2,000 millimetres of rainfall in just 7 days. That means that all of these catchments are very wet. There continues to be forecast of possible heavy showers and thunderstorms across parts of the Cape and north of about Cooktown. So we could see significant river level rises depending on those showers and storms. The evacuation of Wujal is currently underway. Chinooks are on their way to Wujal now. I want to say to those residents who've been waiting, I know that you're tired and wet and uncomfortable, but help is on its way. Just as soon as we could have done it, we will have support there for you. So the Chinooks are bringing in support personnel, and then we'll be able to take residents out of Wujal and to Cooktown. To Wujal residents, I want to say to you that we have supports in place for when you get to Cooktown. Healthcare, food, showers at the PCYC. So please, if your circumstances in Wujal are in any way uncomfortable or unsafe, please take up that opportunity to evacuate with the rest of the town. We do have concerns for an 85-year-old male missing in Dagara, and search and rescue is working on that. As I say, now the damage assessments start, and we are very early on the damage assessments, but we know that one home has been totally destroyed, 15 have been severely damaged, and 50 moderately damaged. The remaining 92 have been assessed as having minor damage. We're working with the local disaster groups to ensure that we get restock and resupply of food, essentials, and water, and delivering bottled water where necessary and appropriate. The Cairns Hospital, though, and the Cairns CBD have sufficient clean water. Damage to roads remains a significant impediment to people being able to move between towns. All major arterial roads north to Port Douglas and west, so significant damage remains on all major arterial roads north to Port Douglas and west to the Tablelands, but the Bruce Highway is open to Cairns, which is an incredible effort from our road workers, and I'd like to thank them. Cairns Airport is reopened. 3 evacuation centres are open with 35 people in those. We are setting up the community recovery hubs are there to support people in each of the towns. So it's moving now from disaster response stage into cleanup, assessment and recovery. And to update us on the weather first, we'll get Laura, and then police and QFES are here to talk about those stages.